You believe you know what a killer looks like, but sometimes this bias can work against you. They have these traits to an extreme, but many people you meet daily may possess them to a lesser degree. This video will help you identify these traits in anyone and avoid them like a plague. You believe you know what a killer looks like, but sometimes this bias can work against you. Here's Ted Bundy being calm, suave, and engaging without being creepy. He killed more than 30 women in his lifetime. 2 months after this interview, he escaped and killed 3 more. Some spiders like the Zodariidae use their disguise to hunt ants. They mimic their prey to blend in only to kill and eat the ants later. Serial killers are no different. They are charming, well-spoken, and normal. They blend in extremely well. We've all met plenty of people who seemed off-putting and creepy, but most of the time, they're not the real threat. It's the charming and normal ones who might not be who they appear to be. For example, well-spoken and educated Ed Kemper murdered 8 people in his lifetime. Think of a spectrum. On the left, there are normal people. On the extreme, there are serial killers. These toxic individuals we meet daily operate somewhere in the middle. Not all charming people are good, and not all weird people are bad, and vice versa. So how do you recognize the ones who are walking among us? You do that by paying attention to their behavior and looking for certain traits and qualities known as the Dark Triad. The Dark Triad is a term used in psychology to describe 3 personality traits that are considered to be socially undesirable and harmful: psychopathy, narcissism, Machiavellianism. Psychopathy means that a person doesn't feel empathy, which is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. They also don't feel guilt, so they don't experience remorse or regret when they do something wrong or hurt someone. From our point of view, Charles Manson is suffering from a serious mental issue, but he doesn't see it that way. People like them see nothing wrong with themselves. Ted Bundy, for example, referred to guilt as an unhealthy social mechanism that's not good for the body. The need for power and control for many serial killers, the act of killing, is less about the violence itself and more about the control and power they exert over their victims. The mind of a psychopath is obsessed with controlling other people. Machiavellianism and narcissism, these traits are characterized by a manipulative and deceptive nature. People high in Machiavellianism are skilled at exploiting others for their benefit. They tend to be highly strategic and often have zero regard for the harm they may cause. On the other hand, narcissistic people have an inflated sense of self-importance and a deep need for admiration and attention. A famous example is Richard Ramirez, also known as the Night Stalker. Not everyone with these traits becomes a serial killer, but these characteristics are toxic and can definitely lead to harmful behavior. Your only option is to keep an eye out for these warning signs and maintain healthy boundaries with the people in your life.